What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So if you're new, hey, if you've been here, what's up? So today's topic is a very important topic for me, and it's also very imperative just as a Christian. I've titled today's video as Knowing Your Enemy, and I'll be diving into it in 2 or 3 parts, and maybe later on I'll even go deeper as and when. Hey guys, so I'll start from the foundation, the fundamentals in terms of knowing your enemy. So I'm sharing this because it has given me so much freedom and revelation and understanding, and it's literally freed me from a lot of things. So as a Christian, I remember growing up, there wasn't much spoken about Satan. It almost felt like he was some boogeyman that nobody wants to talk about too much. As much as there were references about who he is and his intent and so forth, there wasn't a lot of deeper understanding of who he is. So let's go from the beginning. So who is Satan? He is a fallen angel. He was one of the angels, the archangels in the kingdom of heaven. So if you had to look at Michael, who was the angel, like the captain angel, if I would give him that preference, and then you look at Gabriel, who was the angel of revelation, and then you look at Lucifer, Satan, who is the angel of the morning star. So there's other angels, and there's other angels as well, other archangels. If I'm not mistaken, I think there's 12 or 14, but I'm not sure. So he was one of the archangels. So after some time, he thought he could be like God and do what God was doing. And basically, he wanted to be a rebel. So he rebelled. And then he took 1/3 of the other angels, so the angels under the archangels with him, into his fallen nature. So he was kicked out, and then he became the prince of air. So because God is a God of order, God is also spirits, just like angel. We are spirit, but also we are body while we are still on earth. So he got kicked out. He was roaming around the earth, looking for somebody to devour, and he devoured or tricked Eve, and that's literally his intent. Wherever man is weak in terms of their relationship with God and trusting God's order, the adversary has a major way of coming into that person and almost influencing them in a way that it will detour or affect their purpose, because that's his intention. So his intention is really just to do everything that God has created, but in the opposite direction. And he doesn't come as the big bad wolf or the ghost or something that you've seen in the movies. He comes as a light, so he can use somebody just like you and me. He doesn't have to be evil. He can look cute and that person can literally be used by the enemy. Okay. So the kingdom of darkness is cosmo in nature, which means it's dynamic. So because it's just havoc, its nature is to just run havoc. So God is a God of order. He's the world in which he created has order, as Genesis chapter 1 mentions. So how God created the earth has a system, an orderly system in which he has done that. So for example, we have educational system, we have social systems, we have governmental systems, we have technological systems, we have social systems, family systems. Those systems, Satan takes them and turns them upside down. So we can see clearly his nature being revealed in these systems. For example, government. Our governments are upside down. There's so much corruption. There's things that are just not making sense in terms of our governments. And if you look at family systems, the family was there to obviously represent covenants. You have children, you have wife, you have husband. But there's so much abuse, there's so much divorce, there's so much ill treatment of that unit. We have social systems such as culture, entertainment industries as well. Obviously, those things were there for us to enjoy and to obviously use to enjoy. But those systems have also been affected by the adversaries' influence in terms of what's happening, what is showing on TV. What we used to watch growing up is totally different to what the kids are watching now. You have to use discernment when you watch something on TV. And everything and anything is playing on TV. There's just no sense of full stop. It also goes with technology. A lot of systems have changed. There's a lot of things that are changing in our systems. We obviously, the social medias that we have are good, but there's also an intention of it affecting people's mental health. So whatever we have, whatever God has created, it has been turned upside down. Okay, so now I think I'm jumping the gun here. So in a nutshell, he was the angel of the morning, the angel of the morning star. So for example, like I mentioned earlier on, you had Michael, you had Gabriel. Gabriel was the angel who was the angel of revelation. So we see Gabriel in the Bible when Daniel was having a dream and he had petitioned and fasted in heaven and he wanted a revelation of what it means. Michael had to bring in Gabriel to show him that. And there was spiritual warfare happening in that time. I think it's Daniel chapter 11. And then we also see in the New Testament when John the Baptist was about to be born, Elizabeth received a revelation from Gabriel, and Zechariah also received the same. Also with Jesus' birth, Mary was visited by Gabriel. So they have a role to play in how God has created them. So the 1/3 got kicked out, they create their own systems, and now they're roaming around the earth seeking for weak vessels, weak Christians, lukewarm unbelievers, or plain evil people who are more than happy to be part of the kingdom. So there's a different way that reveals itself here on earth and how we see it playing out, okay? So for me, I thought this topic was very, 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 very important because it has literally freed me from not being a victim of things that are happening to me, and always being aware of the adversary's MO, which is to steal, kill, and destroy. Whatever weapons of mass destruction that are not of God are literally of the enemy, and he uses them to wear you out because he understands that he can't take away from your purpose. He will wear you out. And I'm not going to make this topic lightly because and I'm also not going to give too much power to the adversary. But guys, in reality, there is a kingdom of darkness, and there are people who are doing funny things, and we have not been left hanging. It's not like we are left without a helper. The Holy Spirit is there to help us. We've also been given the means to decree and declare a thing and to hold truth and power to our ability to fight the adversary. But if we do not know that, then we are broke, busted, and disgusted, roaming around the earth like lost puppies. So for me, this topic is gonna spread into 3 parts, and I'm really hoping to get more out of giving you guys this. You guys can also share what you think. Because ultimately, just to end off, ultimately the adversary's role is to play with your ignorance. If you do not know, then I open sesame. So for me, I want to give you guys what I've learned so far in this journey on what I know. So hopefully you guys let me know, like I mentioned, what you think, and then we will talk more in the second part. Thank you.